Okay, for this one, let's see, we're doing the measure. So that means we're talking about just finding the angle. And so PST, we'd start at P, go to S, and then to T. So P, go around to S, and then to T. So we're talking about that whole angle right here. So from there to there, all the way around there. Okay, so probably the easiest way to do this is we can start kind of labeling all these inside angles. So how I would start that is we know, I'll use a different color here, the angles across from each other, like this, those are called vertical angles, so they're going to be the same. So I'm going to label that 74. And then we also know that angles that make a straight line, so for example, here's a straight line, those three angles have to add up to 180. So to get this missing one in here, I can take 180 minus 74 minus 39. Okay? And so if we subtract all those, that's going to give us what that angle is in there between the 74 and the 39. So 180 minus 74 minus 39, and we get 67 degrees. Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of this extra stuff here. Okay, so that angle's 67. So now we can see that our blue angle there, it's just going to be this 74 plus the 67 plus the 39 plus the 74. Okay, so if we add those all together, I get, let's see, $254. Okay, so that's one way to do that. Okay, the other way you could look at this, if you want, let's erase some of this stuff, is that if we look, this makes a straight line right here. So I know at least, oops, that way, or any of these make a straight line. So like, let's say that's a straight line right there. So we know this is 180 degrees. Then we know the rest of it is 74 right there. So if I do 180 plus 74, I also get 254. Okay, so however it works out best for you, however you kind of see it, as long as we get to the same answer, we are good there. All right, let's take a look at the second one. All right, given the circle below, find the measure. So we're talking about angle again of AB. So that's just from A to B. So here to here. So we're looking for this little angle right there. Okay. So how I would do this one is we know this 41, we know this 59. Okay. Here we've got a straight line. So we know these three angles have to add to 180. So to get our missing one, I could do 180 minus 59 minus 41. And if we do that, I get 80 degrees, which would be my answer there. Okay, so the big thing is I'm always kind of looking to see, do we have any straight lines? Because straight lines mean that it's 180 degrees. So those are kind of the easiest ways for us to do those. All right, let's take a look at number 3 here. Let's see. So we're talking about a measure, so an angle again, and Km. So Km would be from here to here. Okay, so we're looking for this whole angle. Okay. Again, a couple ways we could do this. Okay, take a look too. Notice that this little 90-degree angle right here. Okay, that's all that's saying is that that's 90. Okay, so however you want to look at this, I always kind of look at for the 180 degrees. So if we look, we're looking for that blue angle. We know this whole thing, since it makes a straight line, is 180. So from there to there is 180. So basically the blue is that whole thing except for this little 21 degrees. So kind of like the one before, we can do 180 minus what we don't need, so the 21. And if we do that, we're going to get 159. Okay, and that would be the measure of arc KM. All right, let's do number 4 here. Let's see. So again, we're doing an angle since it's a measure of VYW. So V all the way, whoops, VYW. So it's literally everything except for this tiny little bit. Okay? So this one shouldn't be too bad. We know there's 360 degrees in a circle. And the only part we're not using, we already know the number for it. It's that 23 degrees. So we're using the whole circle except for 23 degrees. So we can just do 360 minus 23. And so we should get 337. Okay? So those are problems 1 through 4.